Welcome to another edition of Bushcraft Out Back. What prompted me to make this video today was I was packing up some of my camping gear and getting ready for another camp out. And I've been asking a few questions. Are you camping? Are you bushcrafting? Or what are you doing? And I like to combine both together. I do camping and bushcrafting. And this year for Christmas, my son got me a shirt, as you've seen on the thumbnail, that explains it best. The more that you know, the less gear you have to take. And so that's exactly what I do when I go camping. Is I take a minimal amount of gear. Sometimes my wife and I, we both go camping and we take a whole bunch of gear. And I like comfortable. I like to enjoy myself. But I tell you, nothing gives me a lot more satisfaction than to make some of your own tools. So as you can see here, I carved a fork. Actually, this is a fork and a spoon that I carved myself, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy going out and whittling something out of wood and using it. Gives me a lot of satisfaction. Also made a spatula. Made this out of a piece of birch, and it's worked real well. And as you see, I've got store-bought ones, but I think I would rather use something like that on my camp out and enjoy myself. Just gives me a lot of satisfaction. Even made my own cutting board and found a unique piece of wood, carved it, and turned it into a useful cutting board. And I cover these things with booze butter after I've carved them, and it keeps it more food ready. And but it's just a lot of fun to do stuff like this. And I've made a lot of projects out of wood, bow drills, the buck saw that you see behind me on my truck camper. And I've got saws, and I'm quite sure that if our forefathers, or Daniel Boone or Jeremiah Johnson, had access to one of these, they would have carried it. But the whole idea of bushcrafting is to be able to go out in the woods, take the minimal amount of gear, and then use whatever's around you to accentuate your camp. And I'm sure all of you remember carving a stick for a marshmallow, and just a simple piece of wood, and toasting marshmallows on it from out in the woods. You probably still do it today. So I challenge you to get out there and get a chunk of wood and carve yourself out a spoon, and then use it to eat with. And I think you'll find that you get a lot more pleasure out of it. And don't be afraid to combine bushcrafting and camping together, because that's what I do. And until the next video, get out there and keep God first.